when it comes to analyzing those prescriptions and seeing on the ones that you're doing, what can you control? What can you change? If you can't control your reimbursements and you really can't even control your pricing, about all you can do is control how you buy those. So you mentioned that GER, and watching those gaps. Can you dive into that a little bit more about, how those different items you can kind of order yourself to higher margins?
Sure. When it comes to some of the things that I learned about as the pharmacy stayed open was the practice of ordering smart. Anyone can go to any two different stores and see the same products there, but just different pricing. Likewise, we started comparing prices between different wholesalers and realized that we could be losing $20 filling a script if we ordered from one supplier for this specific medication, but that might be discounted through a supplier like FarmSaver that is like the Amazon of pharmacy prescription medications, where there's about 10, 15 different suppliers on there, compares their pricing and allows you to pick the best pricing. And that's just a difference of $5 or $10, but that $5 or $10 will take you from the red into even making $2 on the script. With the GER aspect, I'm still learning a lot about it. A lot of these acronyms, the AWP, GER, BER, DIR, there needs to be a glossary for it because new owners and even old owners, many still don't have these things integrated or put into their systems. But there's certain drugs out there where the insurance company could pay you $0 up front, and then they might pay you $150 afterwards, or the other way around, where it looks like they're paying you $150 up front, and afterwards they could take back $300. So you want to be careful with some of those medications. And when we added those fees into Pioneer and we're able to see it live, even if it's an estimate, it's better having a general idea than just closing your eyes to it and being hopeful for it. A lot of owners don't have actual time to go back and see if we're getting paid for these claims or see what's being taken away. And the way these contracts are written, some of these reports that you get in the mail or in your email, no one really understands what performance network fee is, or you can't track certain losses back to specific RXs. It's a very complex web, and for any novice owner to understand it, it's very complicated, and we're just trying to survive on a day-to-day basis, let alone go back and review all these reports. I know the reports are there. There's literally hundreds of reports that I'm sure some Pioneer wizards are actually using. But don't get overwhelmed by the amount of reports. Focus on one thing, get it down, move on to the next thing. And now we have different reports that actually print out each week that we're working on. So it's not work harder, it's work smarter. And having the tools like Pioneer actually allowed us to do that too.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like a lot of these practices have been built on the assumption that pharmacists are too busy to dig deep. So if you just make it a little bit convoluted, maybe they won't shop, right? So you want to find the best inventory solutions, but you don't want to lose your rebate. You want to fill this patient's prescriptions, but you don't want to lose money. But if you just, dig in a little bit deeper, sometimes you could find those solutions. But it really seems like so much of it is designed to, get by the pharmacist who isn't taking those extra steps.